Green Man! 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 Holy YouTube video, Green Man!
Okay, it's Wednesday. I've got a short box because I'm in a bit of a hurry. Let's see what we've got inside it, shall we? I know what's inside it because I already had a little peek. Basically, good stuff. Starting off with The Fury of Firestorm, The Nuclear Man, #1. Action-packed first issue. This is way back in 1982, this one. Nice book. And I'm pretty sure I've got a full run here. Let's certainly hope that I do. I'm wondering if there's any keys in this one. Like, Killer Frost is back, so it's not, that's not a key. If it was Killer Frost's first appearance, that would be a key, but it's not. She's just back. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'll have to look at the key collector app or something. Know what's happening there. This woman's name is Plastique. And in just one more second, she's going to explode. That could be a first appearance. Plastique also featured in Captain Atom, didn't she? And also in Suicide Squad, I believe. I think she was like a Quebecy, like separatist, sort of terrorist kind of character. There you go. I could be mistaken. So that's the first 10 of those. I'm not too sure how long a run this is. About 60, I think, about 60 issues, I think. I could be mistaken, actually. Have I got enough height on this? No, I haven't got enough height on my camera. It's always annoying, this. You think you've got the thing set up properly, and it turns out you don't. Let's pop this underneath. I hope the first 10 weren't too badly displayed there. There you go. Now we're cooking on gas. Right, number 12. Oh, looks like he's been turned into a werewolf. There you go. And even here he's got 3 personalities. He's got his werewolf personality, plus he's got his Ronnie Raymond and his Professor Steam personalities. Interesting. Yeah, you see, Captain America was a bit slow doing turning into a werewolf because Firestorm did it first, by the looks of it. Or was it around about the same time? Not too sure. Multiplex. Hello. He's all in pretty cool nick as well. Firehawk. This could be her first appearance. She's not an overly used character though, I must say. I've got the annual #1 there, looking pretty good condition indeed from 1983. That's nice to see. Number 19, Call My Killer Goldenrod. He looks a little bit like the Floronic Man. Right, The Fury of Firestorm, The Nuclear Man. So who can't love a character whose head's on fire? If you can't fall in love with a superhero who has a flaming head, then you are dead inside. That's all I can say. You're as cold-hearted as Killer Frost if you can't fall in love with a superhero whose head is literally on fire. You know, Ghost Rider, Firestorm, they have burning heads. They're cool. Actually, just let me alliterate that, just for in case there's any people out there who, you know, don't think very clearly. Head on fire, good in fantasy and make-believe. Head on fire, bad in real life. Yeah, just remember that. That's words to live by, children. Okay. Head on fire, good in comics. Head on fire, bad in real life. Okay, there you go. I think I've cleared that up nicely for anyone out there who wasn't too sure. I'm really happy with the condition of my books actually. Woohoo, they look really crisp. I wasn't too sure it's a long time since I read them. I definitely didn't buy them when they first came out. I think I picked them up in like eBay job lots or something like that. I don't know if I bought them all in one go, or I might have bought them all in one go actually. It's possible. I bet I got a good price for them compared to what I get for them nowadays. I mean, Firestorm is, although he's a hot character in the fact his head's on fire, he's not that super hot when it comes to speculation, I don't think. I mean, there's a new Firestorm now. Probably, if there is a TV show or a film or anything. Actually, they're saying that he has been in the TV show, hasn't he? He has been in the Legends of Tomorrow, and it is the Ronnie Raymond one. Although, actually, I think they made it Jason Rush in the end, didn't they? I can't even remember now. No, I think it is. I think it is the Jason. Is it Jason Rush? I think it is him now. I think it started off as Ronnie Raymond, but then I think Jason Rush took over, and I think it's Jason Rush who's in the TV show. But yeah, it definitely is, I'm sure. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's still awesome first appearance. Well, not first appearance, because there was another series before this, wasn't there? I think he had like a 4-parter or something like that during the DC explosion period when they brought out a load of characters all at the same time. And I think he disappeared after that. It might have been part of the implosion where a lot of titles were cancelled. And then a few years later he came back. But yeah, I'm not too familiar with the first mini-series, but I bet that probably commands a fair old price. I'll have to look into that once I'm financially able to think about buying comics again. Saying that, I am filming this well into the future. It's first week of December still while I'm filming this video, and it's not going to go out to the beginning of March, I don't think. So who knows? I might be at work now. Hopefully, Future Grey's got a good job that he likes, but the chances of that are slim. I'm kind of more hoping that Future Grey's won the lottery. That would be a lot more pleasing. Right, pop goes the weasel. Okay. Can the weasel weasel out of this one? Graduation day? Is that weasel the guy who was fighting before, who I thought was a werewolf, that seemed to have turned him into a werewolf? That's it could be. Oh, Harbinger. When did she first come around? And actually, this is the Crisis on Infinite Earths kind of thing, isn't it? So I'm not sure what title she first appeared in, or whether her appearance is a treasured kind of key. I wouldn't have thought so, because she wasn't used that extensively. She comes every now and again when there's a major... She's actually a harbinger of doom, isn't she? That is where her name comes from. Right, here's annual number 3. Oh, a little tiny kink there on the... God, if I just kiss that out, maybe? No, I think that's there for good, that little kink now. What a shame. But yeah, other than that, it's in a really cool condition. I'm glad I've got all 3 annuals. I'm not sure if there's any more in this one. Let me see. Okay, more Crisis crossover. The all-new Firehawk meets Wonder Girl. Typhoon alert. It's all over for you now, Typhoon, so blow. The Fury of Firestorm. It's multiplex, and he's that guy called Hangman or Noose or something like that. Looks like they're all teaming up against him anyway. Deadly Prelude. Bonus, a special guest appearance by the Blue Devil. Yeah, because his comic was around this time, wasn't it? I think this one started in '82. I think Blue Devil started about '86 probably. I actually went through his books a little while back. Moonbow. Now does Moonbow believe she shouldn't mess with the mob? Looks like she was a vigilante who was biting off more than she could chew. And here's a lovely 50th anniversary or 50th issue of Firestorm. Sort of kitted out like an old newspaper, not a newspaper, but like a magazine, one of them, yeah, like Time or something. A minute ago he was a man. A minute from now he'll be a monster. Once he was human. Once he could have been stopped. But not now by the looks of it. He's growing into a giant. Annual number 4, again in very good condition. A couple of little ticks along the spine there. Nothing to lose any sleep over. I can't believe how good conditions these Firestorms are in actually. So it's a long time since I bought them. I'm pretty sure I got them as a job lot. But like they look like they've been read once. Looking at them, they're pristine as anything. Right, then we've got the Legends crossover. Carrying on with Legends. Oh, the Hawk's in this one. This must have been just after he lost his brother, isn't it? Just after he lost Don, his brother. Alright, number 57. Who watches the Watchmen is being asked down there. I don't know if I have any Watchmen comics. I've obviously got the graphic novel, but I don't know if I ever collected any of the individual issues at all. I wonder how much number 1 of that would cost now. Wow, I bet that's blinking collectible. I didn't even thought about that. Nobody is deadlier than a parasite. He changed colour? He's normally purple, the Parasite, isn't he? He's green in this one. 58, 59, Firehawk fights alone. Typhoon wants revenge. It's an interesting cover. I don't know who that character is that he's who's watching him burn there. Oh look, featuring Captain Atom. I think he had his first title around this time as well, didn't he? Captain Atom, quite similar in in ways to Firestorm, while Captain Atom is. And then we have the Suicide Squad. Of course, I think Ostrander, who was writing this book, was also writing Suicide Squad at that time. I think that's the first one of the Suicide Squad. Good period, actually, when you think about it, for DC. Blue Devil, Captain Atom, Blue Beetle, even around this time. Firestorm, Suicide Squad. Some really classic runs. All right, we've got another annual here, number 6. Did I have 5? I think I had 5. That looks a little, is that how it's meant to, yeah, I think it is. It looks a bit sort of funny colouring there, but I think that is actually in the actual picture itself. So yeah, the end. I'm not quite sure what happens there. Something final by the looks of it. Number 65. There we go. Areas with Hal Jordan. Raging, helpless, Ronnie struggles to free himself from Firestorm. Millennium Week 1. No one escapes the Manhunters. In that Millennium storyline carried on here, everyone had a Manhunter in their lives, like as sleeper agents who had been with them for all their lives, kind of thing, who had been secretly loyal to the Manhunters. And I get a feeling Firestorm's Manhunter was actually Professor Steen. I've got a feeling. I could be mistaken, but that was a good reveal. I think he might be in Russia there. I think that's the Russian Firestorm. I'm not sure though. There is a Russian Firestorm. I can't remember what his name is. The architecture here looks kind of like Russia, doesn't it? Soyuz. Soyuz is his name, I think. Or is Soyuz the name of this super team, Russian super team? That's an interesting cover. Some swirling strangeness going on there. Looks like there's some kind of sandstorm going on in Las Vegas or something like that. Another good thing about this period, I was chatting with JPL Flash, and he was talking about the Immortal Men, about they only had 6 issues, and that was it. They were done and dusted within 6 issues. Back in the day, like this period, everything would at least get a decent run, at least a couple of years, to give them a chance to see, how well they would do. Just seems like nowadays, unless something gets, massive sales within, a few months, then that's it, they're stopped, they're cancelled. So it's a shame. And they started a whole load of new books at the moment, didn't they? They've got that Silencer, the Terrifics, the Immortal Men. I think the Unexpected was one I picked up the other day. Challenges of the Unknown have come back again. I've got to wonder, the Challenges of the Unknown. They come back so often with different teams. It makes me wonder if, I don't know, there's some kind of clause in the contract for Challenge of the Unknown. If they're not given a title within a certain time, the rights go back to, the original creators or something. Just the way that they're always sort of getting a tryout every couple of years or so with a complete rehash. Just make me wonder that. Anyway, we're up to 89 now. 90, all still in very good nick, these ones. 91. A lot of the ones that I pick up from eBay as job lots are kind of, not pristine, but these are, very nice copies, I reckon. 93, 94. Martin Steen, Private Eye. Or Mandrake art. Ostrander and Mandrake. Cool. Right, I kind of underestimated how long this Firestorm went on for, actually. I think it went from about 82 to 90, 91. We're coming up to the end now. It looks like it finishes on the big 100. In fact, this isn't even the normal Firestorm, is it? If you look at who's been in charge of the last few issues, it's not the regular Firestorm, not the original Ronnie Raymond one by the looks of it. I think it might be the Russian guy taken over. Seems to ring a bell, actually. I think there was a Russian guy took over. Can't remember now. But anyway, he seems to still be here. And then the special 64-page final issue, Down in Flames, Mandrake cover against Brimstone. I think Brimstone, did he not debut during the Legends crossover? It seems like he's become a bit of a Firestorm foe. So 100 issues there, nice. Hey, a nice little bit of sexy Batman in here as well. We've got Joker Last Laugh, a 6-parter. I can't remember this story, to be honest. I don't remember this story. I obviously read it the once when it came out back in 2001. Yeah, but I do not remember it now. Why isn't this man smiling? Joker Last Laugh. Was there any idea here that Joker was supposed to have been dying or something, and he was, I don't know, unleashing all heck before he passed? I love this country. Cool covers. Very nice covers. Acid Rain. That's actually the name of a thrash metal band with that same spelling, Acid Rain. Very good thrash metal band from the UK. Right, it looks like Boland. It's got to be Boland, isn't it? Is that a Boland cover? Yeah, there he is. His name's there. There you go. Yeah, you can just tell. Right? Yeah, it's just such great art. Brian Boland does. I win. He says, as his nose is bleeding, he's got a black eye and a tooth missing. But knowing the Joker, he's either joking or he really has one in some twisted way. Hey, it's another one I don't remember focusing on the bad guy. We have Lex Luthor, Man of Steel, by Brian Azzarello from 2005. I wonder if these are all homages kind of to Superman titles. That kind of him, Superman breaking out of the chains. That looks like something Superman's done on his covers a few times. We seem to have Batman and Superman on the cover of this one. No sign of Lex Luthor, who's apparently the star of this comic. I say, some shenanigans are going on there. That lady has a very shiny costume and a bit of a shiny body as well. Interesting. And in part 5 of 5, ooh, fire and it looks like the Earth's gone to pot. Superman is looking mightily cheesed off, and you can see. I'm picturing that as being on the other side of the glass because you've got the reflection of Lex Luthor there. He wouldn't reflect off his body, would he? So he must be looking through from Lex's point of view, looking through a window, seeing his own reflection in Superman's body just before Superman comes flying through the bloody window, I suppose. Right, and then we have another Lex Luthor book here, The Unauthorized Biography. This is from an earlier period, isn't it? Yeah, this is like, has he lost his hand here? Because he had a kryptonite ring, didn't he? That eventually made him lose his hand, and then he faked his own death, or either faked his own death, or he did actually die, but he had a clone take over, a clone that he claimed was his son or something. He had red hair, didn't he? Like a long red-haired guy, pretending to be a good Luthor for a while before his true colours came out. Right, now the rest of the box is Marvel. A character kind of similar maybe to Firestorm. Right, it's Quasar, the Cosmic Avenger, now in his own book. Now, my mate used to click this one. I mentioned him before on my channel. It was like a friend that I had about 20 years ago now. And he kind of, we've lost touch for various reasons. Anyway, but he collected Quasar, and I used to read his comics. He used to read my comics, and when we were out of touch, and I thought, well, I like that comic, and I enjoyed that one quite a lot. So I went out, picked it up myself. So not in as good condition as the Firestorm, but definitely good enough for reading, without a doubt. Just an enjoyable run of comics. This one. I dare say I'll get around to reading it again at some point. Is that cover meant to be like that? I can't tell if that dippling effect is actually... It kind of looks like it shouldn't be, but I don't know. I think it's just something... I don't know. It's really weird because there's like blue streaks here. I'm not too sure what's going on in that one. It says Quantum Rain, so maybe, it does look like a bit like rain, doesn't it? The Absorbing Man goes cosmic. Oh, Crusher Creel steals Quasar's power there. That can't be too good. Mayhem on the Moon, featuring the Watcher, Living Laser, the Red Ghost, and oh yes, Venom. Of course, because Venom gets everywhere. Venom gets everywhere like some terrible germ spreading across the Marvel Universe in every book. It's the old Wolverine effect. Someone becomes popular and then they kill them to death with team-ups left, right and centre until you get sick to the back teeth of them. They kind of do that with DC as well. I suppose they could say the Batman does that a lot. He appears in everybody's books, but Batman's at least is a timeless character that everyone wants to team up with at some time, you'd think. But yeah, I don't know. Wolverine gets everywhere. Bloody Venom gets everywhere. And so for them, Spider-Man does as well. But at least he's like this timeless, the oldest character. He's you want to see in everybody's book, kind of. Quasar, I seem to recall his name was Wendell something or other. Wendell, was it alliterative, like Wendell Wyatt or something like that? Let me see if I can see what it says inside. Wendell Vaughn was his name. Wendell Vaughn. I can't remember how he got his powers. I mean, I think he's got the Naga bands there from Captain Marvel. I believe he's got the Naga bands, or Nega bands, how you pronounce it. I know later on he gets the Star brand as well. Mignola. Right. This one's got 48 cosmic pages. Yeah, I guess the Star brand. That was like the new universe. Marvel did a new universe at one point. This is a fun comic. I'm assuming it's in this one. Let's just check the cover of the next one. I'm assuming it's in this one. It's back in 1990. And there's who will be the fastest one alive. There's a race to see who's the quickest. So you've got Captain Marvel, the Wizard, Makari, Quicksilver, Black Racer, Super Saber, and Speed Demon. And one other person. Now what happened? They had this cosmic race, like along this racetrack that's kind of been created in space, and it's won by this guy who's got no memory of who he is. He can't remember what his name is or anything like that. Not properly anyway. He's got like a tattered red suit, and when he's asked, he says his name is Buried Alien. That's all something like Buried Alien, which is basically it's Barry Allen, the Flash. Barry Allen, the Flash, died a few years earlier in the Crisis of Infinite Earths, and the kind of jokey idea was, I don't know who the writer was actually, but the jokey idea was that he popped up in the Marvel Universe, took part in this race. And basically won this race. Let's see if I can see him if he's here. There he is. And the winner of the Marathon to the Moon is, what's your name, sir? I'm not sure. Buried Alien? Something like that? It feels right. Well, Buried, how does it feel to be the fastest man alive? And he goes, oh, it feels right. And then Quasar says, he's an extra dimensional, perhaps from an alternate Earth, like the Wizard. Yes, he's from an alternate Earth, all right. He's from the DC universe. So this is the first appearance. This is the key. This is the key. I'm glad I've got this. I knew I had this anyway, actually. But this is the first appearance of Buried Alien in the Marvel universe, aka Barry Allen, the Flash. But I don't think I'm not sure if he's ever been used since. I think I remember seeing him. He had been used since, actually. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I like that nod. So that was 1990, about 4 years, I think, after Barry Allen died. I think he died in 86. And he didn't reappear in the DC universe again for, another 10 years, 20 years. I'm not sure. When did he come back into the... I don't know. I can't remember now. Anyway, Quasar with Jack of Hearts, one of my favourite Marvel characters. I always liked the look of Jack of Hearts with his half-black face. The enemy revealed. So it's a long old time since I read these, but I do remember enjoying them. Here we have one of those characters I was telling you about who has to appear in every single comic at some point. This time, Ghost Rider was it was a nice hot, he came in hot anyway. I'm not sure if the heat stayed on, but he was pretty cool. I collected him around about that time as well, and he did get around a lot. I'm not sure if he was because he was hot or whether they was trying to make him hot by trying to get people into buying him by putting him in putting in loads of other comics. So maybe readers of that comic would sort of like him and start buying his title. I'm not too sure what the reasoning behind it was, but you know, who cares? It's good. It's a good team up. Looks like Quasar is fighting Quasar there. Attack of the Quantum Banders. Who will be her mate? Gulp. Is that her? Literally her. It says there her in big capitals, doesn't it? Mama never said there'd be days like this. Okay, Quasar. I don't know what's going on there. Did he give birth to a cosmic entity or something? Quasar wandering the worlds of what if. That's an interesting concept. Now, I'm pretty sure I remember him having like a newborn cosmic entity in his cupboard or something. Like his cupboard or his closet or something was a, I don't know, dimensional gate or something, or some kind of pocket dimension. And I think it was Eon or Epoch or something was the name of the being that lived inside his cupboard. I don't know if that was the one that he gave birth to there. Yeah, I'm not a bit confused whether it was the guy from the Guardians of the Galaxy 2. That was like Eon or Epoch or something like that, wasn't it? Who ended up being the enemy from that one. I don't know if it was the same character that was in this. I'm pretty sure it was called. I think it was called Epoch in this one, but I could be, and most often am, wrong. All right, that War with Warlock, an Infinity War crossover. And the last little batch from this box: Thanos giveth, Death Urge taketh away. This is about 40 odd issues of this Quasar. I'm pretty sure that's the full run. That was certainly my intention, was to buy the full run anyway. So yeah, it was a good, enjoyable little run. This one, I did enjoy it. That's, I mean, it's like the proofs in the pudding. I wouldn't have gone out and bought it myself after reading it already around my mates if I hadn't enjoyed it. So there we go, 44 issues. Let me just double check what it says at the end. To learn Quasar's whereabouts, check out New Warriors 32 on sale soon. Oh, hold on a second. There is more. Next issue, the giant body's only 1/3 of Quasar's problems. Who are the other two? Find out in Battleground Earth. Okay, so I didn't collect all of Quasar. Maybe I just managed to buy a big batch and thought I'd collect some more one day, but I only got as far as number 44. Okay, note to self. Buy more Quasar, maybe, at some point, if I've got room and space and money for it. Anyway, that's that box. Yeah, 100 issues of Firestorm, nearly 50 issues of Quasar. Actually, that box was a bit loose. There's quite a bit of room in that box still, so maybe I can see if I can pick up a few more Quasar. Anyway, cheers for watching.